I I literally just overheard in the news a volcano, underwater volcano is what they said. Eruption, one of the biggest in the last 30 years I've read on the news. And then obviously it created a tsunami and it wiped through most of the islands. Obviously, having spoke to my family for a while, for at least a few days, there's no contact at all to back home to see how much damage and everything that has happened in the last few days. My name is Malakai Fekitoa. Play rugby for Wasps, and I'm Tongan born and raised, born in Hawaii. I'm one of 14 siblings. Yeah, I played my rugby early age until 12 in Hawaii, and then moved on to the main island to Tonga. My whole family were into the sport to rugby, and it's all we played when we grew up. Inspired by my father used to play, my older brothers played. They all played for Tonga when they're high school, so I wanted to be like them and started playing the game, and since then I fell in love with the sport. I was lucky enough to get a scholarship to a school called Wesley College. Joe Nalomo went there. A lot of Charles Peter went there. There's a lot of great players who played the sport. After that, I was lucky enough to sign for the Blues, Auckland Blues in Auckland. They developed me in the system and helped me a lot. Transition from high school to being a pro, and then went from there to the Highlanders. Played for 4 or 5 years, I think. Lucky enough to play with so many amazing talents. We won the championship at a young age as well, and that was one of the highlights of my career. And obviously lucky enough to represent New Zealand with the All Blacks. Losing my father was, probably one of the toughest few years since it happened. At an early age as well, he was the head of the family, looking after my mum and the rest of us growing up. And I wanted to try be better and find a way to help my family, and that's by using the sport rugby and play professionally. And pretty much every kid who played the game, we all wanted to move out of Tonga to find better opportunity for not only for ourselves but our younger brothers and the siblings. The rest, they are back home. Most of the guys come out, play, whatever they get paid, they send it home to their families. And I think that's the mindset the guys have usually when they come over. I've been playing professionally for 10 years now, and I think there's hundreds of people like me who did the same thing, and now they're playing for a different country. I wanted to play for Tonga again, because I've left New Zealand. The rules there is that you have to be inside the country to represent New Zealand again. I left because I wanted to come out and try different things, and also to hopefully secure my future for my family and for myself as well. And I did that, and I thought while I'm out here playing, I could use my talent and my knowledge and experience and to use it and play for Tonga. And it means a lot to me. My family are still 90% are still in Tonga. Some of the kids that are left in Tonga who didn't get a chance like me, I wanted to help them and show them that you can play for Tonga and still be at the top of your game, or you can still get a contract overseas and still perform with at the top level with the best guys in the world. And it's great that guys like Giles Peter, Samoans, Fijians who are available as well to go represent their country. I feel that are still very young enough to play Rugby World Cup or play Test match with the best players in the world. And imagine like a young kid from Tonga playing next to them, and they'll see what they do on and off the field, what they eat, how they play as well, just or how they train to become a pro. I think they'll inspire them, and hopefully when guys like that finish from their professional career, they'll leave a mark there for the next young kids coming through, and then the guys learn from them, will pass it down. I I literally just overheard on the news a volcano, underwater volcano, is what they said. Eruption, one of the biggest in the last 30 years I've read on the news. And then obviously it created a tsunami, and it wiped through most of the islands. Obviously, having spoke to my family for a while, for at least a few days, there's no contact at all to back home to see how much damage and everything that has happened in the last few days. So my mom, my two brothers and two sisters, all my nephews and nieces are there. My youngest brother is about 16 now. Yeah, yeah. The last time I spoke to my mom was Monday. She was getting my little brother and my nieces and nephews uniform. This was before. There's 3 or 4 days before it happened. But yeah, hopefully we'll hear from them soon. Honestly, it's been really, really tough. Trying to, just trying to speak to my family. Like trying to call my mom. And also like watching the news at the same time. I think this is one of the most difficult time in the last few days I've had in a very long time, and yeah, it's been tough. Sleepless at times in some nights, and just very hard to cope because not knowing what's happening out there. Where I'm from, we're from a small island as well. Everything will get there like a little bit slower. They will have to go by boat as well for about 7 to 8 hours to get there. So it'll take a little while, and that's what I'm worried about. At first, I've been trying to call home for many times. Every time I get time off from training, get my phone and start ringing. Obviously, nothing the last few days. So I tried to call all my family all around outside Tonga, New Zealand and America. Got a sister and brothers there. Trying to find what we can do and stuff like that. And just like that, overnight, I realized that I literally can't do anything while I'm waiting. I don't want to just sit here and wait and hope for the best until they communicate back. I might as well do something, and I realized, I can help a lot of people by, raising awareness of what's going on back in Tonga, so the world can see, and hopefully we can find help, and also to raise fund, to hopefully definitely send supplies from Auckland, New Zealand, back to Tonga, and wanting to send straight to the island as well, smaller islands, straight there rather than going through anyone else. So obviously speaking to a few people in Auckland, New Zealand, finding the next, when is going to be the next shipment, obviously the cost and everything like that. At the meantime, while waiting for that all to happen, all my rugby agents, they have a office there, Esportif, who have been very, very good with me over the years. They are like talking to businesses about the supplies and also shipments, and who can come together and help. Hopefully in the next few days or in the morning, I will find out. Yeah, and then send it over, send straight to my, hopefully to my island, and everyone in the islands. People are like a community there, they all help each other. They all know how to share their supplies and everything, even if it's just little, they'll help each other, and they don't know what to do. And I think once we find comms, and I'm sure we'll get it in the next couple of days, everything will be sorted by then. Just better to be ready, and I think that's what we've been doing. It's a lot of people have been helping so far, and would like any help, any donation would be much appreciated. And we'll keep everything documented on social media. Yeah, and we'll let you know what we'll do with everything we've got. And I'm sure someone in Tonga and everyone, some of the people will benefit from this. It's just amazing to see so many support in the last 24 hours from here in the UK, from Wasp, from the club, and also my teammates. To say thank you so much for all your support and your kind words over social media. I've seen all of them and very grateful. And if you like to donate, please follow the link or check out the bio.